Let me see. Make sure. All right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First, I'm going to give honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations. Shalakia. Peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim Akwat out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, with truth and sincerity. I just like to say shalom. The title of this video is going to be called, give me 1 second. Perpetual hatred. All right. Perpetual hatred towards Jacob. Okay. The Karmelo Anthony case. Now, if you ever heard of the Karmelo Anthony case, I'm not speaking about the basketball player. I'm speaking about the Jake that that defended himself from that Edomite. And, he just got released today. You know what I'm saying? He's free. And, Twitter is lighting up because usually when Jake committed a crime, Esau would throw their ass straight to jail. But now he's not guilty for what he had done. These Edomites, they're like furious, man. Furious, man. Like fucking raging. But then again, it's a slap to the face to Esau because all your killers can go away scot-free. All right? And I'm not romanticizing Jake. I'm not romanticizing this Jake too. But all your killers can go scot-free and not pay a single drop of consequences. But when the Edomite, did something to a Jake, or let's just say this, or a Jake got free, or a Jake beat the system, now you Edomites want to show your true colors. Okay? And man, Twitter is like fucking crazy, man. So I'm going to read the article of what happened. Shit, Shalaki, a second. Actually, I'm going to grab, all right. So this is the record of what happened. So it says, and the victim, Austin, and the suspect, who was later identified as Karmelo Anthony. Anthony was from Sentinel High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent in Austin, who had told Anthony that he needed to move out from underneath their team's tent. And Anthony grabbed his leg, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. Okay. No one really thought Anthony had any weapons in his bag. In Austin, which was the white boy that, that got killed. It says, had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony. And then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what this blacked out recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest, telling everyone to get help. Advised he did not know Anthony's name, but state another Memorial Track member, okay, that is also blacked out. Another person was friends with Anthony, and he could identify Anthony, describe Anthony as a black male, skinny, with probably a goatee, short puffy hair, and wearing Sentinel High School clothing. This conclude my contact with, So this is the record. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the article. Yeah, man, Esau got that great hatred, man. Not the basketball player, Shalaki. Right, this one. All right, it says teen suspect free on bond after allegedly stabbing Texas track star Austin Metcalf to death. Okay, after a significant bond reduct Monday morning, the 17-year-old accused of stabbing Frisco, Texas track star Austin Metcalf to death has been released from jail. Karmelo Anthony, 17, faces first-degree murder charges in Metcalf's death. His bond was dropped from $1 million to $250,000 Monday morning. Okay, and they wanted to keep Jake in that prison, man. But hey, the Lord had to, work it through. All right, it says Anthony's bond conditions include house arrest and an ankle monitor, and he's only able to leave his house with judge's permission. His newest criminal defense attorney, Mike Howard, hired Saturday, confirmed immediately after hearing that Anthony was post-bond, but said he was unsure exactly when that would happen. Okay. Let me see. He said every Texan has the right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life, right? All right. And, I don't know this dude, but, he could have just self-defend himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not could have. He did, he was in a position to have self-defense. But 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. If Jake self-defend themselves or Jake possess a weapon or anything happens to Edomite, 9 out of 10, they'll throw a Jake in prison. And the Edomite goes scot-free. But, man, what I saw on Twitter, y'all, was like, God damn, these Edomites are mad. All right, I'm back. But, hey, this is a Twitter tweet. We shouldn't have to share oxygen with these animals. Now, I don't know if this image is... Now, on Twitter, some people say this is edited. But the dude with the, that's, the Jake that got away. I don't say got away, but, that's free. And this is the image of the Edomite that's tried to stab him. All right. But it says we shouldn't share oxygen with these animals. And that's how these Edomites feel, man. Okay. That's how these Edomites feel. All right. You got all these Edomites at this dude's funeral, man.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long.
See? Wow. See, this disgusts me. They raise more money for the subhuman 8 murderer that they have for the victim. And this Jake got $450 million. Unless you like it, $450,000. All right. So this Jake getting money. But hey, the curses that's falling upon these heathens, man. All right. Fuck, what was the one I saw? I said Austin Metcalf. Shalaki, I just woke up, so Shalaki, I'm all over the place. It says Austin Metcalf fucked around and found out if he wasn't trying to start nothing, he would have gotten a higher up. He knew what he was trying to do. And right, these Edomites were trying to play victim when they get fucked up. Right, my man got dealt with. All right, let me yeah, these Edomites, man. You got Jake, but these Edomites, they are angry. It says, anyone who stabs another kid in the heart over a mini dispute is a savage. There's no place in American society.
What are you sorry for? What are you sorry for? What are you sorry for?
Yeah, you Edomites, man, y'all getting it, man. You know, I'm not romanticizing what Jake did. All right, damn, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, the curses is falling upon the heathen. Exactly. People are asking why Karmelo Anthony had a knife, but no problem with the 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse having an AR-15. All right, because these Edomites, they'll protect their own. And let me say this, they'll get away. All right, they're not as trouble as other men. All right, and Carmelo Anthony's getting $450,000, which I'd be like, damn. But oh look, tell me he was a resident of protesting at track meet he was supposed to be at. Yeah, they trying to just villainize Jake, man. But let me grab some scriptures. They were not as troubled. There we go. This is Psalm 73 and 5. They are not, it says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, right? And you know, when Jake, like for example, the OJ trial, these Edomites will lose their fucking mind. Or like this today, or the Karmelo Anthony trial, the bond. All right, him getting free. When they see a Jake beat the system, they lose their fucking minds. But when an Edomite kills 400 Jakes a day, all right, you Edomites will do all types of shit to Jake and get away scot-free. Nothing happens to y'all. Y'all just get a slap on the wrist and claim to have mental issues. All right, y'all go to a fucking school, shoot everybody up. But when you get caught and put into a court, all right, you'll claim you had mental problems. But when Jake trying to defend themselves with something small like this, hey, and that Edomite fucked around and found out, now you want to throw his ass in the prison. All right, and this is a Jake right here. Okay, he got free. He home. All you gotta do is go through that house arrest and he good. But you Edomites, y'all are not as trouble as other men, or plagued as other men. Now the curses is falling upon y'all, man. Now the curses is hitting y'all. And that Edomite got fucked up. He got stabbed. He was fucking around and he found out. Okay? And there's thousands of examples of you Edomites are not as trouble as other men. But now the curses have fallen upon you. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. This is the NIV. The Lord your God will put all these curses on your enemies who hate you and persecute you. Right. Now you experiencing what Jake been going through for centuries, man. Unjust courthouses. Okay. Wicked rulers and people of law. Be thrown into prisons and get shacked up in fucking jailhouses. For some Jakes, there's Jakes that didn't do anything and they still in prison. All right. Okay. Shalaki. All right. Yeah, man. Fucking Jake, man. Jake would do something and y'all ready to throw his ass into prison, which I'm not romanticizing Jake, because some Jakes do need to go to prison or they ass need to be taken back to the spiritual world, but there's Jakes in prison that didn't do anything, man. They are innocent by law. Okay, but they got judged by Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Okay, but you Edomites, the curse is falling upon y'all, and now y'all are now y'all receiving the judgments of what Jake been going through for centuries. Let me read this. Teen sent to probation for fatally stabbing a classmate. Joy sends former John Jay High School student to 30 days in prison, 10-year probation for yep. Yeah, man, you heathens, and that's something small, but you heathens are y'all receiving the judgments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right.
Before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. Before I knew his name now.
Yeah. Your brother fucked around and found out. You could have asked politely, like, "Hey, bro, is it possible you can move? Hey, bro, we have a little thing right here. Is it possible? Ask politely, man. All right." But hey, you Edomites don't think like that. So, and I'm not romanticizing Jake. Jake is on some nigga shit too. But, this is all through the will and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, but back to what I was saying. Deuteronomy 30:7, the Lord thy God, the Lord your God will put all these curses on your enemies who hate you and persecute you, right? Like I said, Jake been going through the jailhouses, wicked court systems and law systems, and 9 out of 10, all right, get 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, Jake will be thrown to prison. But when something like this happens, you Edomites will throw a fucking fit, like the OJ trial, all right? That was before my time, but still, you could see in the Edomites' faces that when OJ was free, you could see the perpetual hatred on Esau, man. And that's what Esau has, perpetual hatred. This is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast perpetual hatred and shed blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity. All right. And the time of their calamity had an end. Right. Esau has everlasting hatred towards Jake. He will always hate Esau will always hate Jake, man, no matter what. And you can't be buddy with this man. All right. Let me read the full chapter. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. Thus I'll make Mount Zion most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and make it that return. In him that return. And I'll fill his mountains with slain men, and thy hills, and thy valleys, and thy rivers it says, they shall fall that are the slain with the sword. And I'll make thee perpetual desolations, thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So, hey, man, even the God of Israel is going to bring judgment and destruction to Esau, Edom. But that perpetual hatred as a consequence, Esau, you're about to receive perpetual bloodshed unto your people. And this is just a small example. All right. So, hey, with that, first, I'll give honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. That my honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone. Peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim Aquat out there that follow Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say, Shalom.